The real question is, why did it take Beanie Sigel 4 years to put out a new album? I can tell you why. Because he was in the streets still shooting and trying to run people over with cars. You think somebody gonna stop their creative process so you could go pull some bullshit and come back to the studio and get to work?
Like, oh shit. Like, I used to have questions like, why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop right on top of me. He wouldn't let me breathe, or right before me. Like, I was always close, and we always thought like, damn, if a kid, so if you had $20, $20 that you saved up and you was gonna buy an album between Jay and Beanie Sigel, you won't. 9 times out of 10, you won't buy the JayZ album. I never understood that every single album.
I wonder how much they get paid for those interviews with Art of the Dialogue. That's the same one that Dame Dash be on, by the way, when he's telling lies and stuff like that. But we're not gonna do that today. Not today, baby. We're not doing it today. Beanie Sigel claimed that JayZ stomped on his album release, meaning that JayZ either put the album before Beanie Sigel did, right before, or right after, not allowing his album room to breathe. Now, you know I had to look into that, baby. Because it's just not true. I actually pulled this from Flight School Pre, and he made sense. When Beanie Sigel was signed to Roc-A-Fella and he had his first album, Beanie Siegel's The Truth came out in February of 2000. So that's a 2-month gap. But for argument's sake, let's just say that Beanie Sigel is right. Then JayZ came out with the Dynasty album, and that was in October 2000. I remember that album because it dropped on Halloween, because I wanted to go to the record store and get that album, and I want to go fucking trick-or-treating. He dropped the Dynasty album, and in May of the next year, 2001, Beanie Sigel dropped The Reason, which is another fire-ass album by Beanie Sigel, by the way. That is a 7-month gap between the two albums. Enough time to breathe. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, when JayZ dropped The Blueprint on September 11th, marks the ever, forever, ever revolutionary rep. When this album dropped on September 11th, Beanie Sigel's The Solution dropped in March. So I don't understand this bullshit that Beanie Sigel is spewing, that his records didn't have time to breathe. Shit, quiet as kept. You won't need time to breathe if you're only selling 500,000. Nah! And mind you, that last Solution album dropped in 2005. That's a 4-year gap. A 4-year gap from 2001. It ain't lost on me what young Chris said about y'all going to hang out and party with Rihanna the night JayZ asked y'all to go to the studio. You know, when Art of the Dialogue first came out, I loved it. I loved that we was getting these stories from hip-hop people and they explained things that we already knew. Now it's just outlandish bullshit going on that platform. Now they're just paying people to come up there and just say absolutely outrageousness. JayZ stepped on his album releases. How? They want to believe that JayZ didn't want anybody to be bigger than him on Roc-A-Fella, which is not true, because Kanye went on to do amazing things as an artist. We're not going to do that bullshit today, okay? Beanie Sigel going on talking about he know that JayZ was writing Bleek material. You think JayZ wrote a better fucking verse for himself, for Memphis Bleek, for Is That Your Chick? Nobody want to hear that bullshit. Let's stop this madness. Let's stop this madness, baby.